Good morning. So, good morning, guys. We are doing the tarot astrology for all of the signs this morning. Better late than never, I say, because we're definitely a little bit later. We're a little bit later than I typically plan to do this. I am. Hold on a minute, TikTok. I'm moving my camera a little bit so I don't have to look in two different directions. That's better, right? Is that better? I think it's better. Okay. So you guys know how this works, right? We know how this works by now. I am going to ask the room what sign's going to go first, and then we're going to pull cards, and we're going to pull three cards for. I want to make sure the people on YouTube can see my face and the cards. Yeah, that works. I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull cards for each sign. We're going to get through it. We're going to do all of them today. And also, I will also point out that if you are a subscriber to my TikTok channel, that at the end of this live, I will be doing a raffle to offer a free 15-minute reading to one of my subscribers as a thank you for helping to support me on a day-to-day basis. I cannot do this without you. Thank you, subscribers, so much. Please remember that a subscriber is different than a follower. Also, if you enjoy this and you're so inclined, I do offer private readings. You can book a private reading on my website, gracestrega.com. My private readings are done over Zoom with the option of a video recording sent to you afterwards. And if you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off of all of my services when you go to pay for a private reading. Please remember, if you book a private reading, it is a two-step process. You have to schedule and pay. Please do both or we cannot have the reading. Okay. All right. So, and I'm doing very well today. Thank you so much for asking, Heather. All right. We are going to get into it because we've got a lot to hit right now. So, guys, you know how this works. If you want me, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to look for the first one I see. And that's going to be the first sign that we go to. So start commenting and let's find out. I'm seeing Cancer is actually going to be the first sign that we are starting with today. I don't think we've started with Cancer before. I'm here for it. All right. Hello, hello. If you are a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, now is time for your reading. If you know a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you should share this. You should share this live with them so they don't miss their reading. All right. So what do we have coming in this week or what's been going on this week for Cancer? All right. Ooh, I'm here for it. Definitely here for it. One more, please. Oh boy. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of major arcana coming up right this week for Cancers. Cancer, tap that screen if you're in the room. Let me know. Claim this reading. Cancer, you are sitting pretty this week. You are sitting pretty. We see you in your star energy, which is really saying there's something about where you find yourself this week, where you are feeling. I feel like this is like some nice post-eclipse energy. You're very much in. You're feeling very centered. You're feeling very calm. You've removed your shell. Something has your shell off. So we love that for our Cancers because that means that you are truly feeling this feeling of security and comfort, not just with the world around you, but with your own self. It's allowing you to be more vulnerable and exposed than you typically would be. There's also a lot of idea around the idea of optics here. So there might be some situation or circumstance where you feel you're being seen more than you typically are. And this is also helping. One of the reasons for this, and this is very interesting, and this is going to hit a little different depending if you are a masculine inclined Cancer or a feminine inclined Cancer, keeping in mind that that's not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. Hey, Strega. Is your Emperor is in the reversal here. There's Strega. Let me let you guys. Strega wants to be on the show. So there, can we see Strega? The Emperor is in its reversal as well, which is basically saying that for the feminine, the reason that you're feeling this way right now, the reason that you're really feeling that you can be vulnerable and exposed is because there's something. Well, I mean, it's almost in opposition to the masculine energy, which is really intriguing. It's almost in opposition to it. Like you are allowing yourself to rise up because there's some masculine energy that is in your sphere that you've decided you don't want to have control over what you do or what you think or how you behave. And this is a liberating moment for you, Cancers. And this is what's really allowing you to stand out, because whatever it is, it's almost like an aha moment that's giving you the confidence to say, listen, I am perfect the way I am. And if you have a problem with that, that's not my problem. Like, that's really what the feminine Cancers are saying. Like, if you have a problem with that, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. And really rejecting anyone who's going to try to put any authority or limitations on what you're trying to do or say. Similarly, a little bit different for the masculine inclined Cancers right now, because for the masculine inclined Cancers, what this really says is masculine Cancers are feeling more vulnerable, but in a more negative way. You're still feeling this expression of vulnerability, but it's a vulnerability sprung from disempowerment to a certain extent. It's a vulnerability that a nerve has been struck. And one of the things that's difficult right now is you are feeling in your deficit, but meanwhile you're looking at feminine energy, and feminine is so much in their rise. They're so confident. They're able to express that vulnerability in a way that you haven't necessarily been able to in the past. And in a way, that expression of femininity that you're seeing around you, that feminine energy near you, is allowing you a moment of starting to question your own strength, asking yourself how you can be more vulnerable. This is really, really beautiful energy, because for the masculines, it can feel kind of painful. It certainly can feel kind of painful, but I see this as a good pain. I see this as a pain that is teaching the masculine energy about their own, ego, potentially, about their own, how having to have things their way your way all the time may not necessarily be the right way, because it doesn't allow for collaboration. So there's a lot of masculine and feminine energy moving around the Cancer right now, and it's really it's in opposition, but it's also in a strange way dialogue, and I'm totally here for that, because the feminine energy is rising. The masculine energy, it's in its power, but it's working through it, and it's questioning. It's thinking about how to bring more vulnerability even in a place of power. There is one card hidden for you right now, Cancers, and that is the 10 of Wands reversed. This is where I think some of this vulnerability is coming in, because I think for the Cancers right now, we're seeing the fact that there are things that the Cancers have been carrying for some time that I think have been causing a lot of difficulty for them. And they've really decided that anything that is taking a significant amount of effort or difficulty is not for you. It's not for you. And you're starting to realize that, and you're starting to put that burden down. You're really in this place right now where you're just kind of deciding, like, things that are for you or meant for you are not supposed to have hard work or require hard work. And I think that between these two energies, there is this desire to try to find the path of least resistance, and to try to determine if there is a path of least resistance between these two energies. Because I'm seeing indications that this has been, to a certain extent, too difficult, too hard to maintain. And that's why the energies need to kind of find a meeting point between, like, again, between masculine and feminine, between the feminines being able to find a masculine that is going to have authority in their life without being domineering, and for the masculine Cancer energy, being able to make room for your feminine to be a star, to really shine, to be their most vulnerable self, without it triggering you, without it causing feelings of anxiety or jealousy or frustration. So this is a lot of hard work that the Cancers are doing this week. Bottom of the deck for Cancers this week, very interesting. 7 of Cups reversed energy. So what we're really seeing here is, bye Strega. What we're really seeing here She'll be back. She always comes back. What we're really seeing here is Cancers, you're coming out of something where I feel like last week or over the last few weeks, there's been something you've been a little disillusioned about. You may have allowed yourself to kind of go on these flights of fancy or get caught a little bit in like this dream world of like alternate possibilities and things. And I think this may have also caused some of the separation point we see between the masculine and feminine energies right now for Cancer. So this is a real reminder to Cancers in terms of, I think for both sides of the Cancer spectrum, to really make sure that before you go out and determine what you're looking for, make sure you know what you're looking for. Like, you will be disillusioned, you will be confused if you don't know what you want. So this would be a very good week to work on the practices of really manifesting or visualizing what your desired outcomes are so that you can get to what you truly want, particularly as it relates to partnership, considering we see such strong, positive, like masculine and feminine energy around the Cancers right now. So that is the reading for Cancer. Hello, everyone joining us. I'm the Grace Strega. We are doing astrology signs. We're doing the astrology for all the signs this morning. We just did Cancer. If you're Cancer and you missed your reading, you never fear. I am streaming this live on YouTube. So you'll be able to, after we're finished, go there. I will put it up and you'll be able to catch your sign. And if you're a Cancer who would like to find out more about that masculine and feminine energy in your life, you can book a reading on my website, gracestrega.com. I do my private readings over Zoom with the option of having a recording sent to you. Please remember, booking a reading is a two-step process. You have to book the reading and then you have to pay for the reading. Please make sure that you do both. If you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can also take 10% off all of my private reading services. And if you're a subscriber to my TikTok, at the conclusion of this live, I will do a raffle and I will be selecting one of my subscribers for a free 15-minute reading, just as a way of saying thank you for being continually supportive. We are going to continue going, guys. We are going to continue. So we just did Cancer, so you guys know what to do. I want you to start putting your sign in the comments, and I will look up, and whatever I see is the next one we're doing. So the next one we are doing is Scorpio. We're doing Scorpio next. All right, where are my Scorpions? If you are a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, tap that screen. If you know a Scorpio who's on this app, why don't you share the live so you don't miss the reading? All right, what's coming in for Scorpio this week? Ooh, something's coming to the surface. Something's coming to the surface, Scorpio. So I think you guys may remember what we've been seeing. If you've been following along, the Scorpio's been having a really interesting journey over the last few weeks, because what we've seen is Scorpios are going through this like major life transition that's been taking a little bit of getting used to. You'll also recall they've been keeping a lot of this to themselves and not really talking to people about it, which is a bit problematic because it has been something that's been very difficult for them to deal with. But last week, we finally saw that breakthrough moment for the Scorpios because we saw that they were finally starting to tell people about it. They were finally confiding. They were finally working through it. And this was helping them a great deal as they went through this journey. Well, that is continuing for better or worse right now with the cards I see here, because the first card coming up for Scorpio is the Moon reverse. And what this really says is there's some truth that is coming into stark light this week around the Scorpios. Something, and this might be a little problematic for Scorpios, because we know Scorpio. Scorpio, you love keeping your secrets. You love keeping your secrets. But some kind of secret, but also you like knowing other people's secrets. There's something really interesting here because there's a lot of illumination coming this week to Scorpios around things that have been hidden. This could be things that you've been hiding, Scorpio, or this could be things around your circumstance or situation that have been hidden that are coming to light. And whatever this is, it's even creating more sense of completion. Something is coming to the surface for you, Scorpio. And I want to point out, we've seen you going through this transition. We've seen you going through this change. It has been difficult, but whatever this is, conclusively ending and closing out an old cycle. I feel like this is something that again, we saw the fact that you're having a really hard time letting go of something. Whatever the truth that is getting revealed this week to you, Scorpio, it's giving you all you need. It's giving you that closure. It's allowing that ending to be final. It's allowing this shift into this new cycle to be completely done, done, donezo. And I don't hate this for you, Scorpio, because like there is a bit of an ego death here, but it's a long time coming. We've seen this coming. This is not a surprise, I feel like this is really just kind of like, for many of the Scorpios, it's going to hit as like the closure that you needed to understand that this was the right place to go. For others, it's going to feel like, no, I mean, it's really going to feel like, and it's going to feel like, the final proof you need that like the old version of you, the old past of you is dead. It's going to like, that it's completely changed, it's completely transformed. So I think that it's almost going to be a bit liberating because we've seen you holding on to this for so long. The problem here with this, really, for you Scorpios, and I need to stress this as you're going through like these revelations and these endings right now, is really, again, didn't we just see this card? Is making sure you know what you want as you go forward. There's a feeling right now, I think, especially with the Scorpios, that you don't know what's kind of on the horizon for you beyond this point. And I think that's really why we've seen so much resistance in you going forward in this direction. But I will point out there's a very clear way to amend this, right? The way to amend this is to make sure that you go inwards, not outwards. Do that internal work. Sit with how you're feeling to truly decide what it is that you want and what kind of future scenarios you want in this new phase that you're going into. The better that you have that locked in your head and in your spirit, the less confused or unsure you're going to feel, because you're going to be able to look out into the world and know exactly what steps to take to get you there. Bottom of the deck in terms of the Scorpio journey this week is Page of Wands. Here's that communication, right? I told you there's things coming forward. There's truths being revealed, right? I feel like this might be truth that is being given to you, or somebody finding out something that you didn't necessarily expect them to find out, or someone coming in to deliver this information. And I think that this is going to be the only problem around it, is trying to deal with how this impacts the other person in the circumstance or situation. And trying to figure out what to do in like, all of this is about what's happening to you because of the information. Meanwhile, this person's sitting there like, almost like I hear like, Lucy, you've got some explaining to do, This can also represent, for some of you also as Scorpio, this could represent you and wanting to reveal these truths and trying to understand the best way to reveal these truths to someone that's going to paint you in the best light possible. So, Scorpio, that is your reading. Thank you so much for receiving it. And Scorpio, if you want to get more information or you want to spill some of that tea on these secrets that are in your life, I'm all here for it. You can book a private reading on my site, gracedraga.com. I offer my readings over Zoom with the option of a video recording sent to you. Please remember, if you book a reading, it's a 2-step process. You have to schedule and pay, or else we can't have the reading. And if you are a TikTok subscriber, if you mention your TikTok subscription name when you pay, you can deduct 10% off all of my services. Also, thank you to my subscribers. At the conclusion of this reading, I will be doing a raffle today to select one of my subscribers for a free 15-minute reading. So if you've been considering becoming a subscriber, now would be a lovely time. Please remember, a subscriber is different than a follower, though I also appreciate all of my wonderful followers. All right, we're going to keep on going. Hello to everyone here on TikTok. Hello to everyone here on YouTube. And guys, just a reminder, if you're just joining us, we are doing the astrology for all of the signs. If we missed your sign, do not fear, because, as I mentioned, I am streaming this on YouTube right now. At the conclusion of this live, I will be posting it on YouTube. So you have not missed anything. And you can find the previous weeks on my YouTube channel as well. The link is in my profile. All right, guys, we are going to keep going. Oh my God, the cars are jumping. All right, we're going to keep going. Guys, now's the time to put your signs in. I'm going to name the ones that we've already done, and then I'm going to look up and I'm going to tell you what's next. So far, the signs that we've done are Cancer and Scorpio, and the next one we are doing is Capricorn. Capricorn is the next sign. All of my Capricorns, if you are in the room, tap that screen, claim that reading, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you know a Capricorn on this app, now would be a great time to share the live so they don't miss their reading. All right, what do we have coming in for Capricorns this week? And please have 3 cards for Capricorn. 1, 2, hidden. So some stuff going on under the surface. Woo! Capricorns, you got a lot more than 2. A lot of stuff going on this week for Capricorns. A lot around the home, oh my God, everything. Home. I have a feeling this might have to do with the fact that a lot of the Capricorns are like preparing their home right now for like what's coming up, because this is a 6-week spread. So something that's coming in like the next 6 days or so. So Capricorns, like everything here has to do with your home right now and trying to take care of the home, like everything about trying to take care of the home and what's yours. And it's going to be a very funny reading. So I'm seeing these cards. It's really the fact that like I feel that Capricorn, you're doing this thing where you're being so hyper focused on the home and the material right now that it might be causing some anxiety in the people around you. Why am I saying that? When am I seeing this? Well, we got 6 cards here for Capricorn. The first one, you're going to blow your mind when you see this. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so there's the first home card. Okay, we've got the second Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. We've got a 5 of Pentacles, which is the home. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So 4 out of these cards, 5 out of these 6 cards are all around the home. What brings you comfort, your security. And everything right now is laser focused for the Capricorns on this, masculine or feminine. For the feminines, there could be a desire, like a focus on the home with a desire for some assistance around like some of the more masculine energy, wanting it to move a little quicker, because we also know that even though a Knight of Pentacles is a very like grounded card, it is one of the slowest knights in the deck. So there can be some frustration right now around the feeling like someone can't keep up with you as it relates to the things that you want to do around your, again, and yes, I do see, yes, Stephanie, this can also represent financial aspects. This is anything in the material. So this can be finances, this can be home, this can be professional, secure, anything around security and groundedness. And for the masculines, it's really kind of putting a lot of concentration towards your feminine energy to assist them in a lot of these efforts. So I like this energy because masculine and feminine for Capricorn right now are working in conjunction. Interestingly, though, did you notice how I said the feminine energy feels a little bit of frustration at the speed of the masculine energy here? This could be bleeding out a little bit, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what these energies are most aligned to. Because I feel like they're even around, there's a bit of over emotionality happening around this, right? And this could be Capricorns having to deal with a feminine energy that is not focused on the same things that they're focused on, and it's frustrating them. They could be, what? There's something going on with the TikTok. Hold on a minute. I think that's a fake. Sorry, that's a fake account. Just a moment, guys. Okay, sorry. That was a really weird one. Sorry, somebody had like a really crazy fake account. Apologies for that, guys. All right. I know. Wow. Did you see that? No, it's not. Guys, so I apologize to everyone on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Thank you for the compliment on the legend shirt. Somebody had a very disturbing, fake account that they just tried to post. Rest assured, we are totally fine. I was like, that wouldn't happen. Like, I was like, that was so weird. Anyway, sorry about that. Let us continue. It's pretty unreal, right? Like, who are these people? What are they? What time do they have on their hands? Anyway, let's continue. So anyway, for the Capricorns right now, we are seeing the fact that there is some issues because, as I mentioned, Capricorn's so focused on the practicality. Thank you guys for reporting them. I appreciate that, Tiger. I also blocked them so they won't do that again, at least here. So one of the problems right now is, again, Capricorn, you are so focused right now on these tangibles that you're trying to move forward or take care of, that it's almost like the energy around you that isn't in that space, you're just viewing as like over emotional and distracting. And I will point out, this can also be for the feminine leaning Capricorns. This could be the energy that, like, almost feeling like the feminine energy around them isn't being as practical and being kind of standing in the way of your own ability to do these things. Masculine Capricorn, we got to be a little careful here because I did mention how, like, masculine Capricorn potentially isn't moving at the same speed as the feminine. And so there might be a feeling that, like, trying to help more masculine Capricorns because you feel this over emotionality potentially coming from a feminine near you. So you are trying to kind of move forward in the realm of the material to bring forward offers right now, to try to bring a feminine back, if you were, and have them kind of get on the same page as you to focus on the home, the finances, like the material world. There's some anxiety around this. That's why, because we see this Five of Pentacle energy. I will also point out, though, Capricorn, I feel like there is a bit of self-created anxiety around this, because I feel that while you are feeling some anxieties right now around your security, around your home, around the fears of, like, not having that, comforting, warm, secure space, not just for yourself, but for those around you, or even like having that financial security. I also see the fact that it's kind of counterintuitive because I'm seeing the fact that you've got a lot of financial security all around you right now. All around you. It's like right there. You're like kind of sitting in the middle of it. Or for some of you, it's coming in this week. Like something that you're waiting for right now is coming in a very big way. So there's a bit of like over anxiety here. Like this fear that that the security that you have isn't necessarily there. But rest assured, with the Ace of Pentacles here, this is pretty definitive, saying, no, it's there. It's real. Like, accept it. It's coming. You don't need to stress about this. Because what's happening is your anxiety about it coming in, something that is already so clearly there in a certain way, may be causing some disruptions. It may be causing some emotional disruptions around the people around you because of this overthinking, and almost like, I want to say, like a lack mentality in a way. So I would really like the Capricorns this week not to let their anxiety get the better of them, and to really focus on trying to create an abundance mindset. Because to me, really, the only thing we see here that is not secure, because all the pentacles are in their upright, is the emotions attached to that security, right? And the thing with it is, especially with tangible things, Capricorn, they're just things. It's just material, So it's almost in a way like, and I know Capricorns don't want to hear it, like, there's no cost to joy. I feel like all the Capricorns are now rolling their eyes. They're like, are you kidding me right now? No, actually, there's a cost to joy. This is the amount that I need for my joy. But there is, like, there are things that don't require that materiality to make you truly, like, to bring that sense of peace and happiness. And I think that one of the things that the struggles we're seeing on this particular path this week is the Capricorns realizing that they don't necessarily need to always secure the bag, if you will, in order to have a nice time. And in a way, the Capricorn always has a secure bag. So it's like, it's not necessarily something that you need to stress about so much. Because in a way, I'm seeing here, the message really is the bag is secure. Bottom of the deck on this, Capricorn. The world reversed, which is, again, a beautiful wrap up for this reading, which is the idea that our mindset shapes the world. Okay. If you're going around, Capricorn, and you're looking around at everything and you're always saying, like, oh, I could be making more money, I could be having more things, this room could be a little bit cleaner, the in-laws are coming, I wanted to fix the roof before they came here, then you're going to look around the world and all you're going to see is chaos all the time. And the chaos, you're really good at that because you're really good at fixing things. But you need to take a moment sometimes to look around and remember that if you looked around and said, it's not perfect, but it's good. And you know what? I'm pretty proud of what I've got here. I think I feel good with this. Everything's going to be fine. Like really trying to say like everything is fine. Everything's going to be fine. Like this is the manifestation. I can feel the Capricorns being like, like, how dare you? But seriously, like coming from your little Leo sister, it's going to be fine. Like you don't need to sweat the small, like if you just relax and just let things flow and just enjoy the moment, you'd be surprised about how that perspective shift allows you to feel like the control coming back. So just kind of concentrate on that this week, Capricorns. Don't let your anxiety get the better of you. Because to me, everything here says everything is very secure. I love the Capricorns in the comments being like, yeah, you're not wrong. Sorry, I lost a card here. All right. Capricorn, that was your reading. So thank you guys who are joining us. We are doing the tarot astrology for all the signs. And if you're a Capricorn that would like some help finding your inner peace as you try to work on your home and your finances as the holiday seasons roll in, may I suggest a reading from me? You can book one on my site, gracedraga.com. You can find the link in my bio. My readings are done over Zoom with the option of having a recording sent to you. If you are a subscriber, you can take to my TikTok. You can also take 10% off my readings. Also, keep in mind, if you book a private reading, it is a two-step process. You have to book the reading and you have to schedule the reading. You have to do both or we can't have the reading. Also, thank you to all of my TikTok subscribers. If you are a subscriber, now would be a great time to become one because at the conclusion of this reading, I will be doing a raffle and I will be selecting one of my subscribers for a free 15-minute reading from me. All right, we're going to keep going, guys. Hello to everyone joining us on YouTube. I'm actually going to be, let's see. We are going to, and thank you so much. Let me just read the comments coming in on YouTube. Oh, hello to the Scorpio. Oh, this is great. Golden Jr., you got Scorpio and Capricorn. Well, we just hit both of them. And thank you for the compliment on the legend shirt, Roberto. I'm always happy when people recognize it. All right. We're going to keep going. All right, guys. So far, I'm going to name the ones that we've done, and we're going to keep moving. If I've already done you and I've already done your sign, never fear, because if you missed your sign, I am streaming on YouTube, and you will be able to go back to my YouTube channel and find the sign after we're done this reading. So I'm going to read the ones we've done so far. Now is the time to put in your name, and I will tell you the first one I see when I look up. So far, we've done Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, and next we are doing Aquarius. Hello to my beautiful Aquarians this morning. Good morning, Grand Rising. If you are an Aquarius and you are in the room, please tap that screen. If you are an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, this is your reading. And if you know an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising on this app, you might want to share this live with them so they don't miss their reading. All right, what do we have coming in for Aquarius this week? All right, may I please see Aquarius? That is more than 3 cards. We have to do that again because they're all upside down. All right, you're an Aquarius, Sun, and Moon. That's perfect. This is definitely your reading. All right, what do we have for an Aquarius, please? Aquarius, 3 cards, please. There's the first one, hidden. Can I get 2 more, please? Second one, not hidden. All right, and the third card for Aquarius right now is, bear with me, please hold. We're waiting. Aquarian's third card is being a little, there it is. Whoa! What's going on, Aquarius? Aquarius. All right, this is going to hit a little different depending on whether you are a masculine inclined Aquarius or a feminine inclined Aquarius. Bearing in mind that's not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. Aquarius, what are we seeing this week for you? Well. Woo! We got the Lovers card. So Aquarius, big focus on partnership this week, either partnerships that you're in or partnerships that you're forming. There's a beautiful energy around the Aquarians right now around this, because for me, this is saying that there's an energy where there is a beautiful harmony happening with them and their counterpart. And this has really been the focal point for this week. I will also point out this does not necessarily need to be a romantic partnership. This could be a collaboration. The most important thing about this partnership is whatever this partnership is, It feels divinely led, and it is leading you to a higher spiritual center, a higher spiritual purpose. It is elevating both parties involved. And this collaboration energy is what the Aquarians find so appealing about this partnership. I'm also seeing here around the Aquarians, this is very interesting, and this is going to hit a little different, is if you're masculine or feminine, is King of Swords reversed. We're seeing here, and I need to stress one of the things, we were seeing a lot of frustration last week. I need to point out, I recall now, around the Aquarians feeling like they were being limited in some way by something around them. And they were getting mad because it was like an ideological goal that they were pushing against. I feel like for a lot of the Aquarians, you've allowed that to fade. You've allowed that anger and that frustration to dissipate. And this is what's getting you back into this like more imaginative, beautiful vibration. For the masculine Aquarians right now, this is really going to feel like it's going to feel like you're being more accepting. It's going to feel like you've calmed down to a certain extent. It's going to feel like you don't need to be as protective. There's a beautiful vulnerability here for the Aquarian masculine where they're letting their guard down. And that's where this energy is coming in, and there's a hit card hidden that I think will clarify kind of why that's occurring. For the feminine Aquarians, I love this energy as well, because for me, this is talking about whatever that oppositional force you felt last week was. They've now come over to your side. The masculine energy is not feeling like a barrier this week, more so much as someone that you can actually like is being like more like reasonable. They're being more like not agreeable, but they're willing to hear you out. They're willing to work with you. And that's what's allowing this beautiful lover's energy to come forth. Now, the hidden card for the Aquarians right now is I am also sensing that there is, this energy is interesting because one of the, this is really intriguing. Okay, so what happened, right? Because we saw this last week. There was more of a confrontation happening in the Aquarian energy that completely shifted. And it really does have to do with the perception between the masculine and feminine energies. So the masculine centered Aquarians right now, the reason that they're putting their guard down is because they're seeing their feminine, and they're seeing that their feminine is not trying to oppose them. They need help. They need help. Something has become clear to the masculine Aquarians this week. You've looked at your feminine and you're realizing that this is someone who is struggling. And that's the thing that is allowing you right now to kind of be more vulnerable, because you're allowing yourself to really see the situation that this is not an oppositional. This is not an oppositional force. This is someone who needs help. And that's why you are now kind of letting your guard down to come towards your counterpart energy to lend that assistance, because you're no longer taking it as a condemnation when this person reaches out. You're understanding it what it is, which is a cry for help. The feminine energy is feeling very much like, the feminine energy right now is reached a point to a certain extent that they feel they need help, that there is some anxiety, there is some frustration. And I feel like this has been communicated to the masculine energy. And the masculine energy, for their part around this, the Aquarian feminines, they appreciate it because they realize that somehow the way they communicated this is allowing the masculine to truly see. I feel like this was very hard for the Aquarian feminines to admit. There's definitely been kind of a dropping of armor here in the Aquarians, allowing the masculine in this way to kind of see some issue that is occurring in their life. And that is bringing them closer to their masculine energy right now, because the masculine is not fighting against it. They're coming in to lend support. All right, bottom of the deck right now for Aquarians. I like this energy a lot. Ace of Cups. Okay. Very interesting. The best way, especially since everything is about partnership this week for Aquarians, as important as it is, keep in mind to take care of each other. The best way we can often take care of our partner or our counterpart energy is to first take care of ourselves. That actually, the best way to move into positive partnership is to be taking the best care of ourselves as possible. So please just remember, Aquarians, you can be here to assist this very vulnerable masculine, because the Aquarian feminines are seeing the vulnerability of masculine right now, when the masculine seeing the vulnerability of their partner. But don't overextend yourself so much to helping your partner that you stop taking care of yourself, because then that's how you got this deficit in the first place, right? And the deficit is what we want to correct, the internal deficit. So that way you guys can really move into this place where like you're not in an anxiety mindset and you're really moving towards like this higher spiritual connection. I love that for Aquarius. Aquarians, that is your reading. Thank you so much for receiving it. And if you're Aquarian that would like to work more on some of the anxieties you might be feeling around your home or your relationships, please feel free to book a reading with me on gracedraga.com. I do them over Zoom. They're very fun. We have a great time. I send you a video afterwards if you would like. And if you are a subscriber, you can take 10% off of my private services. Also, I will point out that please remember, if you book a private reading, it is a 2-step process. You have to schedule and pay. If you don't do both, we can't have the reading. Also, for any of my subscribers, thank you so much, subscribers. You really kind of allow me to do what I do every day. Please remember, and as a way of saying thank you, at the conclusion of today's reading, I will do a raffle later today, and I will be selecting one of my subscribers to have a free 15-minute reading. So, also remember, I will never reach out to you for readings. The only time I will ever reach out to you for a reading is to tell you you got a free one. So don't believe the hype. There's a lot of fake. I went on to look yesterday. Somebody told me I had more fake accounts than anyone on TikTok. I don't know if that's like a prize that I should, like, do I get a prize for that? But this is my only account, guys. All right. I don't want you to get scammed. So, and I would never scam you because I love you guys. All right. We're going to keep going. So I'm going to tell you guys what we've done so far. You know the drill. You're going to put in the comments which one I should do next. And the first one I see I will do. If I already did you, don't worry, because it's all going to be up on YouTube. You need to go over there, see all of the signs when we're done. It's going to be great. All right. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'd like to get to like 1,000 on there, because then I can do like special things there too. All right. So we're going to keep going, guys. All right. So the signs we've done so far are Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, and now we are doing, we're going to do, I don't know. We're doing Libra. We're going to do Libra. All right. What are we doing with Libra this week? What are we doing with Libra? Can I please see Libra? I love my Libras. My baby is a Libra. My little baby is a Libra. I love my little Libra. All right. Libra. Oh, this is such a Libra reading. All right. If you are a Libra, sun, moon, or rising, tap, tap, tap that screen. If you know a Libra, sun, moon, or rising, you might want to share this live with them so they don't miss their reading. What do we have coming in for Libra this week? Well, first things first. Libra, this is going to feel a little, you know what's cracking me up? This reading for most people will be like, that's nice, but not for Libra. This is a rough reading for Libra. You know why? You know why, Libra? I just want to remind the Libras in the room. I am just the messenger. I am just telling you what's happening. Okay? Do not blame me, because I'm about to tell you that the worst thing that you could ever imagine having to do is going to happen to you this week. Okay? Are you ready for it? Libra, you have to make a choice. I'm sorry, Libra. It's not me. I am not the one making you make a choice. You have to make a choice. Look, I see the Libras going, no. I'm just the messenger. I'm not the one doing it, okay? The universe is making you make a choice. And the thing about this choice is I think you know this choice has been a long time coming. Thank you so much for the follow, Wander. You know this choice has been you've been putting it off. You know you've been putting off this choice. You know you've been putting off this choice, and here's the thing, like I don't think you're even ready to finish making the choice yet. What's happening with the Libras? What's happening with the Libras? Is so funny. Is thank you for the corn. What's so funny with the Libras? It's not even the fact that they have to make the choice this week. It's Libras acknowledging that a choice must be made. That is such an anxiety point for the Libras this week. They're kind of like, oh God, I got to make a choice. So it's not even the fact that like the Libras have been putting off acknowledging, not making the choice. The Libras have been putting off the fact that a choice must be made, which is what's so funny about this. That's why I said this is the most Libra reading. Okay. So the Libra knows that has a decision that's being presented to them this week. And it's consumed them entirely. They can't, I feel like Libra, you literally cannot really concentrate on you realize right now, and this is what the frustration point is, whatever's risen up for the Libras right now, you realize that like you are not going to be able to function in any capacity, just in a mental space, until you pull the trigger on whatever this is. And I cannot stress that you have no idea which trigger to pull. You are completely flabbergasted. And you're almost like, I'm seeing you almost being in a place where you are like deer in headlights, like completely immobilized because you just don't know what to pick. This is my reminder to you, Libra, if you're going through this, whatever option you're thinking about, if none of them are appealing, don't pick them. Don't pick them. Because I assure you, Libra, that you are overthinking something and that there is a perspective on this that you have not taken into consideration yet that is going to be the right answer. That's going to be the solution. So if Libra, I want to say this to you, allow this to be your moment of relief. There is a better solution. The reason you can't decide is because there is a better solution above the ones that you're considering. So you need to open your perspective right now. And I know you're going to hate this because whatever this is, it's feeding off of you. There's something right now, again, this decision is so frustrating. The Libra wants it done and done with because it's occupying so much of their bandwidth. And I know that a lot of Libras feel this urgency to, yeah, like the Libras in the comments going, so many perspectives though. I know, no, more perspective. I know you hate hearing that. More perspectives needed here. Because I know you feel this like anxiety and this drive to just have it over and done with. But I'm sorry, I'm just giving you the cards. We've got Temperance here. We've got Temperance here that is actually saying, and again, what's funny about this, most Libras be like, really? Really? But I don't feel like you're going to be like happy about this, Libra, because I feel like you really do want to make a decision. You just can't. There's a call to pause. There's a call right now for the Libras not to rush into a decision just because you want to stop having to decide. That there's some element to what you're going through right now that more time and investigation is very much needed, and being advised and like being protected. Thank you so much for the gift, Hillary. It's being protected for your benefit. Whatever's happening right now, this timing is for your benefit. And I don't want you to feel rushed. Do not feel rushed in this decision. And if anyone's trying to rush you right now, Libra, just tell them no. Tell them, say, I talked to Grace Strega, and Grace Strega said that I'm allowed to take as much time as I need. So thank you. Goodbye. Bye. I'll be back in a week after I have go on a meditation binge, and then I'll come back and tell you what my decision is. And also, this is also a sign to Libras, which you'll also kind of like, Libra. Time might somehow be the solution to this. So if anyone's trying to rush you into a decision this week, Libra, don't do it. Don't feel you need to rush into anything. Allow yourself the space that you need. Allow yourself to really look at every option. Because something is going to open up for you around whatever the situation is. And it's really going to be like, you know what? And you're going to be like, I'm so glad I waited. I'm so glad I waited that extra day. Oh my God, could you imagine if I hadn't waited that extra day, That's really what I'm seeing here. And I know how hard that's going to be for you right now, because you really want to make a decision on this fast because of all the mental conflict it's causing you. All the mental conflict. It's all we're seeing here. Conflict, conflict, conflict. Peace. Slow it down. I know you want to push forward on this. Don't allow that anxiety. Don't allow that sense of urgency to distract you. Remember that that's an illusion. Okay? Remember it's an illusion. Don't worry about the conflict it creates. You take as much. I'm giving the Libras the option to take as much time as you need. You see this? This is your Libra card. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those scales that person's holding. Look at that angel holding the scales. You get to. This is your wheelhouse. This is your wheelhouse. You'd be like, I get to. Okay, you get to be as patient as possible, because again, there's something about this. It's not about. This is very much in your wheelhouse, because again, it's not about the right decision here. It's something that is the correct decision. And I know the Libras know what I'm talking about. The thing that is fair, the thing that feels the most fair. There's something that's unfair around the situation now. And that's why you need to wait to put your perspective, get the right perspective on it, to make the right choice. One is, and something is going to adjust that's going to allow you to be like, now I see. Bottom of the deck for Libras. This is why you want to make the decision so quick. This is why there's so much conflict. There's a lot. When I say there's something that feels like you are recovering from some big disaster, something that did not go the way that it planned, which is why you feel this urgency to make a decision. I will point out, if the tower's fallen, if you're having a tower moment right now, it's already fallen, right? You're like potentially standing in the rubble of it. It's not like deciding faster is going to fix the tower. This is really a moment for you where like you don't want to make there's something very important here to be said about not repeating the mistakes of the past. And that moving in haste right now might cause you to accidentally repeat the mistakes of the past. This is an opportunity where you find yourself right now. I know it feels like very anxiety driven, but it is a beautiful opportunity because something has fallen apart. It fell apart because it needed to fall apart because it was not serving your highest good. Now is the time to rebuild, which is why you're being asked to take your time to think, to be methodical as you plan your steps forward and you choose the right path. Okay? Beautiful reading for Libra. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Libras, for receiving this message. I love that reading. I wish that was my reading. Can I change to being a Libra? Am I allowed to do that? Can I do? No, it's like a no take backsies, right? It's a no take backsies. It's a no take. I'm a Libra. You know what it is though? I'm a Libra Mars. So I like that from like my Libra Mars center. Like that reading was beautiful. And if you're a Libra that needs some help in navigating that rough mental landscape as you try to be patient with this decision, feel free to book a private reading with me on gracestrega.com. I do my readings over Zoom and I send you a video afterwards if you'd like. Also, please remember, if you book a private reading, it's a 2-step process. You have to book and pay. Please do both. My site's not perfect. Neither am I. Also, please remember, if you're a subscriber to my TikTok channel, you can take 10% off all of my services. Please just mention when you pay your TikTok subscriber ID. I will also be doing a raffle for all of my wonderful subscribers at the conclusion of this live. And one of you, beautiful, beautiful beings, will be getting a free 15-minute reading as a way of saying thank you for continuing to support me. We are going to go through and continue now, guys, into the next sign. I'm going to pick one from the list. Please remember, if you're just joining us, we are doing the astrology for all the time signs. Please don't worry if I've already done your sign, because I'm streaming this live on YouTube right now. Hello, YouTube. And you can go back afterwards and you'll be able to go to my YouTube channel and you can find all the ones we've done before. All right. So far we've done Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, and the next one we are doing is Virgo. Virgo is next. Virgo is the next sign that we are doing. If you are a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, tap that screen. If you know a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, now would be a good time to share the live so they don't miss their reading. Especially because Virgo was going through some stuff last week. We want to make sure that Virgo, you Virgos, we saw successes. We saw victory for Virgo last week, even though there were still some anxiety points and some stuff going on. Like, I like that a lot last week. I remember that. So, all right, what do we have coming through for Virgos this week? One card's down. Oof, we got a transverse sun. Transverse sun, curious. What else do we have coming through? All right, 2 cards hidden, 1 is revealed. Virgos, you feeling a little ambivalent today? You feeling a little ambivalent this week? This is translating a lot to a lot of the energy we've been seeing in my daily card pulls, because we're seeing here the only card coming up for the Virgos right now that's upright is this Sun transverse. So like, I'm going to say like, this is the energy. Like, that's really the energy. This is the Virgo energy right now. And so it's like, it's a cautious, you're really kind of in this place right now, Virgo, where you're like balanced between, it's bittersweet. There's some joy or sorrow. We saw this last week. This is the same place you were last week. We saw you kind of having a victory in some areas, but having anxiety in the others. You're in a holding pattern right now, Virgo. You're still there. You're still kind of like, I don't know. I guess I'm doing better. I guess, maybe. So it could kind of like, I don't like this for you, Virgo, because I feel like this is a feeling like it kind of changes on the hour. Like changing on the hour. It's like someone's asking you right now, like, how you doing? You're like, now or 15 minutes ago? Like, I'm feeling okay now, but in 15 minutes, like, I can't say. You just got to keep checking back. I like all the verification I'm getting from the Virgos in the room. They're like, yep, that's it. That's that. You nailed it. So this is what we're seeing for you right now, Virgo. There is this like anxiety happening, right? There is this feeling. And so I think it has a lot to do, again, you're crossed between these 2 cards right now that are dangling between this, this Sun, this ambivalence that you're feeling. I think it has a lot to do with it. I feel like you're waiting for the outcome on something is what I'm really seeing here. Let's find out. Let's flip these cards. I'm great now. Oh, yeah, exactly. I'm great right now. Asking 10 minutes. I love it. I love that everybody's like, yeah. Here's the thing. You know why you're feeling like this? I just said, did I just say you're waiting on something? I just flipped the card. I love tarot. I just flipped the card and it's like, yeah, it's because you're waiting on something. You're waiting on something and it's frustrating because you're not sure. You got hopes, you got aspirations, you're like, you're not exactly sure. You got a lot of stuff in the ground right now, Virgo. You got a lot of stuff in the ground. Ambivalence is just about the perfect wording. Yeah, it feels very ambivalent. And here's why, though. Let's accept it. Thank you so much for the gifts, Hillary. It's because you got, like, here's the thing. Try to stay optimistic. I want you to remember, Virgo, you got a lot of little seeds in the ground right now. You got a lot of them. It's not like you're looking, I need to point out, you're not just focusing on one. You got a lot of good things possibly coming. They might not all pop up out of the earth the way you're expecting them to, but you've already kind of covered this. You've been methodical. Something is going to pop out of that ground soon. You're just feeling, you're feeling the anxiety of someone who is watching a pot waiting for it to boil. I haven't seen what the other card is yet, but this might be an advice to me that says, like, when I see someone doing this, I'm like, well, you might feel a lot better if you stop watching, waiting for the, like, maybe don't just stare at we can't like wheel. I feel like a lot of the Virgos are like literally like looking at the pot being like, maybe if I stare at it, it'll boil faster, and it's like, no, it's the opposite. If you stare at the pot, time slows down and it feels even worse because you're like, and I'm almost seeing like someone who's like checking their email every 5 minutes. Maybe now, maybe now, maybe now. Maybe they called now. Maybe this came now. Maybe it's in the mail now. Maybe the package got delivered. And you're driving yourself nuts because you're like, maybe now. Don't stop. What are you doing? You're going to know. Your phone's going to bing when the DHL delivery gets there. Your phone, you didn't miss a phone call. The phone's going to ring when it rings. You're just driving yourself bonkers, like totally bonkers by doing this to yourself right now. Why are you doing this to yourself right now, Virgo? I'm also like a very cuspy, I'm a Leo Virgo cusp. So like, I know I'm also guilty of this. I'm allowed to say this. All right. Virgos don't miss much. You don't miss much, but you do miss much when you're just sitting there staring at something and everyone's else like, hey, we're going to go bowling. You're like, I'm busy. I got to stare at this pot. All right, so this is why. Let's at least understand, Virgos. This is why you're feeling like that. This could be a call that, like, it might be good to get something to distract you right now to, like, get you off of. I know you're not going to let that happen because you're like, no, I got to watch it. I got to watch this. I can't stop watching it. All right, that's what's happening right now. Thank you so much for the chilies, Hillary. And here's the thing. Yeah, this is, whatever the situation is, and that's the funny part. You're torn. Oh, wow, this is really intriguing. This ambivalence, That's why. Oh, that's why you don't want to turn your back on this right now. You've reached a frustration point on this. You're torn right now. The reason you're ambivalent, I just got the other card opened up. You're like, no, I have to stop. I have to keep watching this because there's something about this situation right now that you've reached your breaking point on. That you're really like, no, 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 no. I have to watch this because you're deciding whether you should just keep waiting and watching it or if you should just walk away, if you should just grab your stuff and leave. And that's where this ambivalence is coming from right now. And that's why you're not, there is something about this where it's like it's all or nothing for you right now, Virgos. What's going on? This is some tea I was not expecting in the Virgo card here. You are like, oh no, you don't understand, babe. I can't not watch it because when the minute I choose to watch it, I'm never looking at it again. I'm about to be you're about to be, I just got confirmation. Your Virgos right now are like, I am so fed up with watching it that if I stop, like, I am never coming back here. I'm never doing this again. Yeah, you're about to wash your hands. Beautifully said. I'm about to you're trying to decide right now whether to keep pushing away on something and waiting, or if you're just going to grab your stuff and go and never come back and never look back and rip the phone off the wall, throw the computer out the window, grab all of the light bulbs from the house, block everything and never set everything ablaze and just never, and take whatever you can hold in your hands and never look back again. This is some really intense post-eclipse energy from you, Virgos. What is going on? I want all the details on this. I want to drop 10 more cards. This is why you're feeling like that. You're actually being incredibly patient in this ambivalence. You're trying to decide whether this is going to be a situation where you're going to see the fruits of your action, or if you're just going to just say, forget this. Oh my God. You want to manifest Christmas. I get it. Yeah, this is a lot of rough energy, Virgo. Wow, this is the most, I was not expecting this. This is a very interesting reading for the Virgos. All right, let's see the bottom of the deck on this, Virgos. Oh, thank you so much, Celine. What is bottom of the deck for Virgo? Yeah. Whew. There is some kind of commitment you're waiting on. There is some kind of contract, commitment, promise. That's why you're letting yourself sit in this energy. Because I'm even looking at this being like, what is the T? And this is the answer to the T for the Virgos. You're sitting on this right now, Virgo, because whatever this is, it's big. You're sitting on something big. Big. Big commitment, big contract, big. This could be a new professional position. This could be a deeper level of commitment in a relationship. This could be a contract. That's why you're so committed to this. This is some big Virgo energy here, right? And that's why you're doing the power. You're sitting through this better than most of the other signs would, because you're like, no, I'll sit here forever. I'll sit here indefinitely, because this is why if this was a Leo right now, this was a fire sign, wouldn't be anything left at this point. Nothing left, right? An earth sign, but this for you. You're like, I like that. You are being, you're like, you're not happy or sad about it, but there is something about the Virgos here that you're being as inevitable as the sea. You're like, I will sit in this place as long as I must until you decide. You're waiting for evidence right now. You're waiting for evidence to decide, is this worth my investment or am I out? And what's interesting about this energy is you will wait until you see a sign of one or the other, and then action. Right? So a lot of cards. That was a Virgo energy. You see? Y'all don't know when a Virgo sets their mind to something. Back up, because you know what? And you also know why? because once, and we all know this, and that Virgo knows this too, once that Virgo makes a decision, that's it. That's the decision. We're not going to see any of this we're not going to see any of this like flimsy dimsy Aquarian, like, I don't know, I could change my mind. It's cool. I'll do this. No, 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 no. This Virgo's like, no, you don't understand. Because once the Virgo's holding right now, because the Virgo's like, you don't understand. Once you decide on whatever it is, that's going to have to be that you could write it. It's going to be written in ink, to be written in Sharpie on the face of the earth. It will never be removed. Big energy. Oh, thank you so much for the dinosaur. All right, that was the Virgo reading. That's my favorite reading so far. That was some like cinematic stuff. And if you're a Virgo that needs help navigating this difficult place you find yourself in, that is a little scary to me as like a silly fire sign, maybe you'd like to book a reading on my site. It was a bit scary. I'm joking. You can book it on my gracestager.com. I offer personal private readings. Please remember, if you book a reading, it's a two-step process. You have to schedule a reading, and then you have to pay for the reading. Please do both. Also, please remember, if you are a subscriber, you can take 10% off of my services when you book a private reading. Just mention your subscriber ID when you pay. Also, please remember that, what was that? What was that, Strikes? Got a spirit in the house. Okay. Who's that? It's all right. It happens. We call things in when we're doing this. It happens. All right, we're going to keep going. So also, please remember, what is it, Stray? Do you see anybody? Who is it? All right. So also, we're going to keep going. So if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. Please, and also at the conclusion of this, I will be doing a raffle, and I'll be choosing one of my subscribers to have a free 15-minute reading with me. We are going to continue now with the signs. If I've already called your sign, don't worry, because you'll be able to see all of them on my YouTube channel once we finish. So you can go find it there. Do not fear. I'm going to continue to read, and I'm going to name the ones that I've done so far. You know what to do. All right, the first one I see after I look up. Next sign is, we've done Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, and the next one is Leo. My lovely patient lions. How are we, my beautiful lions? Tap that screen if you are a Leo sun, moon, rising. Well, it's already coming out. And if you know a Leo on this app, now is the time to share it, because you want to make sure the Leo gets a reading. And we've got cards flying everywhere right now. Interesting cards. Leo, you see, you wanted this reading. I don't know if you're going to want this reading when I see what I see. What's the last card we're pulling for Leo right now? That's it. Hidden. Who are you waiting on? Who are you waiting on, Leo? What are you doing? What are you waiting on? Or why? Who are you waiting on, Leo? Because that's all I'm seeing here. Leos have got an energy in their life right now, and they're waiting for an apology. Leo's waiting for an apology from somebody in the Leo's life they're like, somebody has not been coming correct to the lion. And here's the problem, because this is a very Leo thing. Most other signs would be like, whatever. Not the Leo. No. This is a Leo that is thinking a lot about this energy. Thinking a lot. I see all the Leos confirming this in the comments. And you know why. You know why, right? Because just like as we saw last week, we saw the Aquarians like sticking to something and being like, no, I'm not. I'm going to fight now. I have to go to war with this person because it is the principle of the thing. And it's like, well, you could just accept that this is the way the world is. And that's like the words you could say to the Aquarian that's like, I can do what? I can do what? And the Aquarian's like, oh, well, now I have to go put on my armor. And now I have to go like get in my spaceship and I have to go fight somebody. And that's what did you say to that's how you get an Aquarian to like go to war. You go, this is just the way it is. Something about this energy is a situation with the Leos that are like, oh, well, they're being a jerk. They said what to you? They didn't respond. No, just forget about it, Leo. Just let it go. Sometimes people are like that. And Leo right now is like, no, they aren't. The Leos right now are like, they might be like that to other people. They might be like that to other people, but they cannot be like that to me. Because the thing with the Leos is the Leos need you to, the Leo energy, the Leos need you to come correct. Correct. And there's something about this circumstance or situation where this person has offended the Leo. And the Leo is not ever going to let, what this person may not realize is the Leo is not ever going to let it go until they come correct. And I'm even sensing that this energy is trying to come back into the Leo's circle, is trying to come back in without giving the Leo what they need in order to let them in. And they are being stonewalled. They are being straight up stonewalled right now by the Leo. And it's not because this person hasn't indicated that they want to communicate or that they want to come back or that they want to see the Leo energy. It is because the Leo is like, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Your, 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 your what? Your what? Oh, I didn't hear anything. Door slam. No, no. This is going to. But and then yeah, here's the thing: the Leos are like the Leos are not discounting this person. They clearly want this person back in. Thank you so much for the gift, Hillary. But the Leo is not going to entertain this energy until it comes back, offering what the Leo needs right now. And when I say this is like, you guys, if you know Leo energy, you know that this is what happens to a Leo. You know the fact that Leos are either one of two things right now. Leos will either be the coziest, sweetest, generous person ever when they're in their positive. Something has got the Leo in the opposite. They have become a stone cold wall. This is stone. This is, I don't know what happened last week. I'm actually going to go back and double check the reading last week. This is the Leo. The Leos have officially gone into stone cold villain era wall on whatever the situation is, and is really like, you don't seem to understand. It's not even, we are not communicating. The Leo is not communicating. The Leo is not looking at that person. This person has ceased to exist for the Leo until they come back, giving the Leo what they need. There will be nothing. This Leo isn't like, that's it. I don't know what you guys did to the cats this week. I don't know what you, whoever, somebody stepped somebody stepped on somebody's tail. And the Leo is now in that nasty cat energy where they're like, you're done. And again, they're not saying like you're done forever. It's like, until you, like, the line has been crossed, the moment has been had, and now whoever this person has been denied entry. The bouncer has been put at the door for the Leo. I see all the Leos being like, no. Bouncers at the door says, you can't come in. No, I've got strict instructions until you give this person the thing that they've asked for. And I feel like whatever this is, the Leo has articulated. They articulated very clearly. That's why. Here's the thing. That's why I feel like this Leo articulated without any room for misunderstanding, and said, this is what I need. And this person is refusing to do it, or they haven't done it, or they're sitting on doing it. And the Leo's like, and that's it. And the Leo will stay, like the Virgo, I will point out, there's a lot of this ultimatum energy. Like the Virgo was saying, like, I will stay here as long as it takes. The Leo's like, you can stand out there as long as you want. You can stand out there in the rain. I don't care. Go ahead, scream. Call me anything you want. I can't hear you. I haven't heard the thing I'm waiting to hear. So, yeah, yeah. The Leo has accepted all they can, and now they've reached the thing. There's one more card hidden right now. Okay, yeah, the bodyguard staying put. You are now again, and the Leo, because that's also what the Leo's saying. What the person doesn't realize is the Leo's like, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone. Because this Leo energy, like I said, they saw all they needed to see and they're watching. I'm not saying that this Leo is not, like I said, this Leo is watching this person. This Leo is keeping an eye on this person. But you bet your bottom dollar this Leo isn't going to say a darn word to this person, potentially ever again, until this person shows that they can do the hard thing and give the Leo the apology or the thing that the Leo has asked for. This Leo energy is this is Dunzo Leo energy. This is a Leo saying like, I would like again. I will point this out. You know how much how far you have to go to have a Leo go. I would rather be alone. I would rather be alone with myself right now than put up with you not giving me what I need right now in order for us to be whole. And that's where the Leo is right now. There's a lot of the Leo is perfectly, but here's the thing, the Leo is perfectly happy in this moment being alone by themselves, because the Leo is really saying like, I saw all I needed to see. The Leo feels that they have complete optics now. They know what they're doing, and they also feel, I think there's something very important right now where the Leo feels like this is really the right thing to do. That this is something that is not something that they chose quickly or easily, but has required a lot of time and contemplation. And they're perfectly okay. They're like, this, if we leave it like this, then we leave it like this. Because this is a Leo like completely going into hermit mode, completely protecting their energy. And they're watching things very much. They're watching everything, but they're not communicating. This is the Leo going into ghost mode. Like, this is Leo ghost energy to the fullest. But I feel like whoever is being ghosted by the Leo knows exactly why. Because that's a very Leo thing to do too. Bottom of the deck on this. Let's be honest, Leo, you don't want to leave this situation. You don't want to leave this situation. Whatever this is, it's been difficult, but you don't want to leave it. You don't want to leave the situation. You don't like that this is what you have to do. There's nothing about this. I will point out, no Leo wants to act like this. This isn't fun. This isn't where a Leo likes to be. They can do it. They'll do it when they feel like they have to and they have to protect themselves. You know, this is them, you know, it's also protecting the other person from like the Leo being upset. But the Leo really, like, it's hard because I do think that internally the Leo doesn't, you know, can't help looking back on this. And there's some regret and some remorse and some desire to like have a different outcome, but also accepting that like, I don't feel like the Leo would not be in this energy if the Leo thought that they did anything. Like the Leo thought that they were responsible for any of this, the Leos would be coming back quickly, trying to do everything they can to fix it. This is a Leo accepting, like wishing that things were different, but also realizing that like the Leo's going to isolation because they've done everything they can. This is what happens when Leo's done everything they can. They're like, this is the only, like the rest is in your hands. You know, the rest is in your hands. And that's kind of where we find the Leos this week. That is the Leo reading. You guys wanted it? You got it. I totally get it. I totally understand the energy. You know, I feel my sympathy for my cats if you're all feeling that, because that's a hard place for us to be. No, we never want to be in that place, but we can be in that place when we have to be, you know? All right. And if you are a Leo who needs help navigating becoming a stone cold queen or king, please book a reading, private reading on my website, gracedraga.com. We can hash it out together. Please remember, if you book a private reading, it's a 2-step process. You have to book and pay. And they are done over Zoom with the option of a video recording sent to you. And also, if you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off my services. And just make sure you mention your TikTok subscriber ID when you go to pay. Also, please remember that at the conclusion of this, thank you so much to my subscribers, I will be doing the weekly raffle to choose one of you to have a free 15-minute reading with me. So be sure to come back to watch that video to make sure if you're selected. I'm still waiting for the person, trying to contact the person who won last week. So if you're here and you won last week, comment, like, let's talk, okay? All right, so we're going to keep going right now. All right, we're going to keep going. So guys, I'm going to read off the signs that we've done so far. If now's the time to comment, and I will pick the one I see. If we've already done your sign, don't worry, because I'm going to be posting them all up on YouTube after this. So you'll be able to see them because we're streaming live on YouTube too. All right, so far, my lovelies, we have done Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, Leo, and the next one we are doing is Pisces, our lovely little fish. Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Grand Rising, Pisces. If you are Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, tap that screen. Let me know you're here. If you know a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising on this app, make sure to share this. Make sure to share this with them. Share this live. Let them know. Let them catch your reading. Wow, they're all coming out already. Done. Fight for it immediately. Drop. Pisces, you are feeling super vulnerable this week. Super vulnerable. Good morning, Annalise. You are feeling super vulnerable. Something's got you in your feels. Something's got Pisces in their feels right now. They are feeling super emotional about it. Here, I'm going to show you guys straight up because I just love you guys being able to see my little kitty. All right. Something's got you super emotional right now. You are like super feeling like mega vulnerable. But I will point out something really important about this. Hold on a minute. My plug came out of my computer and we need that so that it does not die. Hold on a minute. Okay. So something to keep in mind with this that's really important is I know you're feeling really vulnerable right now, Pisces, but this is important. This is a different kind of strength. This is the strength that you find in vulnerability. That as hard as what you're going through right now is, and as vulnerable as you're feeling, this is a new and better form of strength to a certain extent. And that is really important to keep in mind in this, because whatever this situation is, it's requiring you to have this level of vulnerability. One of the reasons for this is because there's some situation right now in your life that you don't want to walk away from. And I feel that for the Pisces right now, there's some option where it really is kind of a moment where you kind of wonder if you should walk away. Thank you so much for the gift, Hillary. But you don't want to walk away. You know, there is this break happening right now. There is this pause in whatever this is. And I think that you're feeling so vulnerable because you're trying to assess how you're feeling. Because I almost wonder, what I'm really seeing here is almost a situation where the Pisces had decided they wanted to walk away from it, and they potentially were the ones that like indicated they did, but they don't really want to. And that's what's making them feel vulnerable. It's this reconsideration. It's this trying to figure out how to go back to something, but in a different way. It's causing this anxiety with the Pisces right now. I'm also seeing right now the Pisces are feeling super vulnerable because you're also being forced to balance a lot on your plate right now. You are doing a huge balancing act of trying to like really negotiate almost two different worlds right now and keep things running. This is not something that Pisces like doing. This is not something that is, you know, it's not natural to the Pisces. And yes, they can do it. Yes, the Pisces can balance more than one thing, but it's taking a toll. It's taking a toll. And the Pisces doesn't want to put one of these down. And that's the issue, because we've seen that the Pisces doesn't want to put one of these down. Clearly, with the Five of Swords being in the reversal. So even though something is very difficult for the Pisces to balance right now, they're very refusing to make it easier for themselves. You don't want to make it easier for yourself because for some reason you consider these priorities are both equally important. So I want you to keep that in mind right now, Pisces. If you're doing this, it is because you're doing a huge balancing act. You're feeling the pressure that you're putting on yourself. Almost like balancing two sides of me. Absolutely. And I think that that's it. Like, I feel like the Pisces hasn't decided. I feel like the Pisces realizes, here's the thing. You realize that this cannot go on forever. I think you're already realizing that. But you're not ready to put it down yet. But I have to point out, you do know that something is going to have to be put down. We see that here with the Ten of Wands in its reversal. I feel like for a lot of Pisces right now, you're feeling so vulnerable because you're really accepting the fact that you're like, I can't do this forever. I'm going to have to make, something needs to change. Something needs to be let go of. Something needs to be adjusted because this is too hard. So this refusal to leave something, this working tenaciously to keep everything going, and then also accepting that something needs to stop, that the way you're doing it is just too much work. This is where we find the Pisces right now. And that is why the Pisces is feeling so vulnerable. So I need to stress to you, Pisces, if you're feeling like this, it's for a very valid reason. You're overstretching yourself right now, and it's taking an emotional toll. Bottom of the deck right now for the Pisces. Listen, again, this is such a beautiful bottom of the deck for you. Pisces, you are the final sign in the zodiac. You are the one who can do everything, right? And so this is a reminder to Pisces, and especially because I feel like the Pisces are really kind of reaching a breaking point in terms of saying, like, I can't keep doing things like this. I need to put something down. You might not need to put something down, but you may need to reconsider how you're doing it. You may need to find a way to make things adjust and shift so that you are in a place of higher authority and control over how things are happening around you. Pisces need to control the flow. They need to swim. If you're not swimming, I know that it's very easy for the Pisces to try to like the Pisces trying to swim against the flow of water is always very difficult for the Pisces. The Pisces will succeed when they find the path of least resistance. And when they find the path of least resistance, they can do anything. Nothing is limited to a Pisces who has figured out how the water is flowing and doesn't try to push against the way things are, but finds a way to move through it far more adeptly than anyone else could, because that is your power, that is your gift. So for the Pisces here who are trying to do this, I want you to take some time this week and really ask yourself, is the solution, you might not need to put something down, but you do need to readjust and figure out an easier way to do everything that you want to do. And figure out what you want to do and make sure that those are the things you're doing as well. Because to me, this says that you have the power. You have the power to do all of this. But I want to point out the difference between a Pisces who is operating here and they're balancing everything around them because they're the center of it, versus a Pisces that's trying to hold things, carry things too much. And the difference is the Pisces is the center here. This is a centered Pisces who is having the world work around them, versus a Pisces who's trying to operate in other people's worlds. And that to me is going to be like the nice little hidden riddle solution here for the Pisces. Don't try to operate in multiple worlds. Create a world where it has everything you need in it. And that's going to be the solution for you, Pisces. Thank you so much. That is your reading. And that is a beautiful reading for Pisces. I am here for that. I love that. That's a very Piscean read. Thank you to everyone joining. And if you are a Pisces who would like some advice on having to navigate those waters, you can book a private reading from me on gracestrega.com. Please remember, if you book a private reading, it is a two-step process. You have to pay and schedule. I do have availability this week. Also remember, if you're a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off of any of my services. Just mention your subscriber ID when you pay. Thank you so much, Hillary, for the gifts. Thank you to all of the Pisces for receiving this message. Also to any of my subscribers, as you may know, at the conclusion of this reading today, I will be doing a raffle, and I will choose one of my subscribers for a free 15-minute reading. Thank you guys so much to all of you. I cannot tell you how much your support means to me. And we are going to keep going, guys. So I'm going to read off the signs that we've done so far. If we've already done your sign, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry because you can go to my YouTube channel after this and you'll be able to catch all of them. And you'll be able to catch the old ones. And you can catch the daily collective reading. There's a lot of stuff on that YouTube channel now, guys. All right, we're going to keep going today. I still need to do the daily collective for today. We haven't done that yet either. Straight up, I'm working. All right, we're going to keep going. All right, so I'm going to read off the signs right now. Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you for the cat paws. Oh, and thank you, Christy, for the first gift. Straight up. I can't play right now, dude. I can't play. No, stop. All right, I'm going to read off the signs that we've done so far. If I haven't mentioned your sign now, start typing. I'm going to pick the one I see first. So far, we have done Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Pisces. The next sign we're doing is Gemini. Hello to all my beautiful Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. If you're here, tap that screen. If you know a Gemini on this app, now is a great time to share the live with them. What do we have coming in for Gemini this week? Already got them here. 2 cards coming up strong. Oh, boy. One card, please. One more card for Gemini. What's going on, Gemini? Who hurt you, Gemini? Who hurt you, Gemini? Who hurt you, Gemini? That's all I'm seeing right now for Gemini. Who hurt you? What happened? What happened, Gemini? Who did this? Who did this? Who's got some explaining to do? You got to go find a Leo to go shake down the person that did this. Gemini, I see a lot of Geminis are nursing some wounds this week. You're nursing some wounds. You're feeling very closed off. You're feeling very guarded. Something happened. Something happened in the Gemini's life right now that has got them in their field. And this is not a Gemini. This has got this Gemini is turning inwards right now. This energy is one where like the Gemini is like, I'm going in. I'm going to hang out here for a while. They don't want to talk. I mean, again, I always point out something to be worried about is like a silent Gemini. I even feel for a lot of these Geminis, they're not even talking to anybody. People might be reaching out to this Gemini being like, are you okay? I haven't heard anything from you in like 15 minutes. Something wrong? Like, it's that kind of energy. You know what I'm talking about, Gemini. Yeah, if the Geminis, if you know a Gemini right now and they're being a little like reticent, this is why. Geminis have experienced some setback, and it's got them feeling very wounded and triggered, and it's also got them feeling triggered. Whatever this is, has triggered them to something that's happened in the past. And so that's a problem. It's almost like it's making them kind of go down this rabbit hole of looking at what's happened in the past and looking at now and feeling the anxieties. And so there's a lot of closed off energy right now around the Geminis. I'm seeing a lot of confirmation for the Geminis in the read. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm seeing here, it's not just the fact there's some kind of offer. There's something that they were waiting on from someone coming through strongly with the Page of Pentacles. This could hit a little differently depending on your situation, depending on the Gemini. This could have been a commitment offer for relationships. This could be a professional offer. This could be something that they were really kind of waiting on, that they had their sights set on, that they were hoping for. This could also be something that they offered someone. For some of you, this could be a Gemini who offered something to someone, and it did not go the way you planned. You did not receive the offer that you were waiting for, or the offer that you proposed to someone did not go as you hoped it would. Thank you so much for the follow, LD. And this has got the Gemini really, really rattled. This is not what the Gemini was hoping for or anticipating or wanted. And this is like, and I think what's interesting about this is I feel like there's something about this where like anyone else, any other sign would have seen this as like a small setback, right? Like if this was Leo energy, they'd be like, on to the next. But no, not Gemini on this, because the Gemini really it took the Gemini a lot. Like this is something that was small, but meant a lot to the Gemini. And there's something that cannot be like remedied now that this has happened. I could even see them like, this could be like being like, well, now I don't want to offer you anything because something was not appreciated or taken for what it was, or seen for how much it meant to the Gemini to offer this or to receive this. And because this didn't come through, the Gemini is completely secluded. You guys are completely secluded in on yourself. And what's worse, and this is what I really don't like about this for you Gemini right now, is it's not even like you're secluded to a place that you like right now. Because you're not even, it's like you've gone inwards, but now you're like, it's really rattled you to the point that you don't even like where you are right now. You're like looking around at where you are, like your physical space, your physical location, and you're just feeling so unsettled because you're like, this is the Gemini energy right now. This is where the Gemini comes through. Someone's got them rattled, right? Someone's got the Gemini rattled, and they don't even know how to handle the rattling right now because one side of the Gemini is like, I'm going to go in my house and I'm never going to leave ever again. I'm never, ever going to leave. I'm going to lock the door. I'm going to throw away the key. This is where I live now. And the other part of the Gemini is literally screaming at that part, being like, if I have to stay in here one more minute, I am going to tear the walls off of this building. And I see the Gemini, this is where the two Geminis are, like Gemini is completely torn right now because they don't know how to handle how they're feeling. They don't want to, they're like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to see anybody. No, I don't want to do, no, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go to dinner. Oh, I don't want to go anywhere. And the other part of Gemini is like, we cannot stay here. We cannot stay here. We cannot stay here in this house anymore. We have to get outside. I hate it here. Like the other part of Gemini is literally like, I hate it here. I hate being in here. We need to go outside. We need to go see our friends. And this is all because of this, because of what because this happened. It's because this stupid, and both sides are going, this stupid person, this stupid thing. And it's got the Geminis like literally fighting with themselves onto like what to do with themselves now. So yeah, and I'm seeing all of the Geminis. I'm sorry, this feels really rough for you. If it was a Leo, the Leo would just be like, we're going out and we're never coming home ever again. Like we might have to buy another house. You're just in a place where you're like, I can't, I want to stay in, I want to stay out. Like, and there might even be something happening. I have to point this out just because it's such heavy domicile. This is a lot. This is a lot of domicile energy. For some of you, this could even revolve around something happening in where you live, which could be making it worse. Like this person could be so close that they're actually in the place, which is part of the problem, which is like, I want to leave. I can't leave. I don't want to stay here. Like this could also be, for some of you, this might be how this is hitting as well. All right, I'm getting more confirmation of that. I can understand why you're feeling like this. This is really frustrating. Bottom of the deck for the Geminis on this, okay? Hopefully this helps. Okay, Gemini, listen. Okay, listen. This is how we're going to fix this. Okay, listen. You need to do something. You need to take action on this. Okay, what's happening here, this is your solution. Okay, what's happening here is this thing happened and now you're not doing anything, right? And now you're kind of, oh, thank you for joining, Ashley. Now you're in this place where like, you're stunned into immobility. You're not sure what to do. And you're sitting here. And the more you sit here not doing anything, the worse you feel. Because you've already seen it for yourself. You can't stay where you are. You can't stay nursing your wounds. Because when you're nursing your wounds and you're indoors, you're also feeling awful and you don't want to be indoors. Okay? I need you to go take a shower. I'm also a Leo telling you this, but this is what the cards say. I need you to go take a shower. I need you to eat something. I need you to drink some water. Okay? I need you to write a list. I need you to write a list. And like you can start it like the easiest way or the hardest way you want. I want you to write like what you're going to do in the next hour. I want you to write what you're going to do in the next 4 hours. I want you to write a list of what you're going to do tomorrow. Okay? I need you to start. I need you to get back on. I need you to get back on the horse, even if it's in the smallest way. I need you to start giving yourself some tasks that you can tackle, because the way you're going to climb out of this is you're going to climb out of this with like incremental successes. Okay? You're going to make your bed. Okay? You're going to tie your shoes. You know, you're going to brush your teeth. Okay? You're going to give these all, and you're going to like do a little checkbox every time you do it. You're like, look what I did. Look what I did. And you're going to start to get yourself out of this vibration right now. And what you're really going to do is, what I really need you to do is I need you to stop overthinking about this. All of this is really just to get your mind off of whatever this is, because this, you need to stop thinking about it, because that's causing all of this. This is how you're going to get through it. Give yourself some tiny victories to start to go through. You're going to start to feel your confidence coming back. Okay, you had a setback. It was a big setback. You're going to get through it. You just got to start like mind over matter at this point, right? Fake it until you make it. I promise you, you won't be faking it for long. Okay. All right. All right, cool. Yes, I mean that's me. I mean, I am also an Aries who use this list to stay on task. So like again, that's my spirit. Like the guides were giving you that too, but also like I find as an Aries that works really well for me too. Gemini, that was your reading. If you need help with that, if you want someone to help you navigate that space you find yourself in, feel free to book a private reading with me on gracedraga.com. I offer Zoom recordings, so you don't even have to leave your house. We can just do it over the Zoom, and then I send you the recording afterwards. And if please remember, if you book a private reading, it's a 2-step process. You have to pay and schedule. Please do both. If not, you got to have a bunch of really annoying emails from me. All right, we're also going to keep going. Just a reminder too, if you are a subscriber to my TikTok channel, you can take 10% off all of my services. Just make sure to mention your subscriber ID when you go to pay. Also, I will be doing a special raffle at the conclusion of today's readings, and one subscriber will be winning a free 15-minute reading. So if you've been thinking about subscribing, now's a great time. All right, guys, we're going to go down the list. I'm going to read off the ones that we've done so far. If I already named you, you don't need to worry because I'm streaming this live on YouTube, and it will be up afterwards, so you'll be able to catch a reading if you missed it. Okay, I'm going to read off the ones that I've done so far, and I'm going to look up, and the first one I see is what we're doing. The next sign we're doing, we've done Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Pisces, Gemini, and the next one is Sagittarius. All of my beautiful Sagittarius, sun, moons, and rising. I know you guys are beautiful because you're Sagittarius. Tap that screen, let me know you're here. If you know a Sagittarius, now would be a good time to share the live with them so they don't miss the reading. I am a Sagittarius moon in the house. Let's do this. What do we have for our Sages? Our crazy little fire signs. Oh boy. Can I please have 2 more for Sag, please? Oh boy. This is feeling very sad. Can I please have 1 more? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Guys, why you gotta give me some complicated readings, Sagittarius? Why can't things be easy? Why can't things be easy, Sag? Why you gotta give me such complicated cards? All right, let's get to it. Sag, I'm gonna have to do this. It's gonna hit a little different depending if you're a masculine Sag or a feminine Sag. Bearing in mind that's not based on gender, but what you feel aligned to. What are we seeing? Well, we're seeing here with the Sagittarius energy. Sag is looking over some options. Sag is a little unsure about what to do. Sag has got a lot of options on the table. Sag is, I feel like this, but here's what's interesting about this. Sag is like, this is an energy more where like the Sagittarius is like definitely taking comfort in these options, right? I will point out that some of these signs are like, oh, I've got options. I don't like the Libra. I got this card and it was like a nightmare. Sag is good with this. Sag is the opposite. Sag is like, no, I can just keep all these options. Why can't I just keep all my options open all the time? I'll just keep all my options open. I've got all these options. I don't need to worry about anything. But that's because the Sagittarius, all our Sages here, what's really happening is they know they're keeping their options open because the Sag isn't really like, they're not really feeling any of them. They're not really feeling any of their options. The Sag's got a lot of options on whatever this is. And I'm getting it very much related to people right now because when I show you the other cards coming up, Sag is like, I will keep all of my options open for as long as necessary. It's fine. I'm totally fine with this. I'm totally fine keeping all these options open because the Sag hasn't found what they're looking for. And the Sag is like, I'm going to keep them like this. I'm going to keep all of my options open. Maybe something amazing will come around, but the Sag hasn't seen it yet. The Sag is kind of waiting around to see what comes. But in the meantime, the Sag right now is like, more options, the better. Like, Sag is like, I'll see how many cups I can keep near my tree. Like, I just want all of them open. Thank you so much for the gifts, Hillary. Why is Sag doing this? Well, now we're going to get into the hairy part. I want to kind of tell, like, this is a kind of reading I need to stress. I almost feel right now I want to tell everybody to leave the room that isn't a Sag. Anyone who's not a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, might want to leave the room or cover their ears for a minute because I'm seeing right now some villain era-ish Sag energy happening. I recognize this energy, much like the fire signs are in their villain era right now, man. What's got the fire signs in their villain era right now? Because all of this fire sign energy, this is like, oh no, who did this and why are you acting like that's a big thing this week. We're seeing a lot of who did this energy. So if you're a Sagittarius man, okay, here's the thing. Why are the Sagittarius keeping all their options open right now? And maybe even ignoring like the thing they should be doing. I'm almost seeing here the Sag is almost willfully ignoring what they should be doing. And they're like, no, I'm just keeping all of my options open. Everything is open. The doors are open. The store is open. Why is Sag doing that? Well, if you are a Sagittarius who is inclined to feminine energy, you're doing it because somebody hurt you. You're doing it because somebody hurt you. A masculine energy, you feel, hurt you. A masculine energy, you feel, was trying to manipulate you. A masculine, thank you for the gift. All right, I got the confirmation coming in from the Sages. The masculine, this masculine, specific masculine energy tried to manipulate you. This masculine energy might even be ghosting you now in an effort to manipulate you. You see this. You see this because Sages are like, I am good at that. I see what you're doing before you see what you're doing. You cannot play this game with me. I am a Sagittarius. I am a centaur. I created games. Sagittarius are the game masters. They love games, but they don't like games that are mental games. They like fair games. And the Sag is pissed right now because they're like, you were playing an unfair game. And this Sag is now like, okay, you want to play games? Sag feminines are like, you want to be funny? This is what the Sag feminines are doing. I love all the confirmation getting. The Sag feminines are literally going, you want to be funny? You want to be funny right now? I can be hilarious. I can be hilarious. Oh, but just sit back and watch how hilarious I can be if you want to play games like this. And that's what's happening now with the Sag feminines. Sag masculines, a little different. Not sure what's going on with the Sag masculine so much, but I feel like for a Sag masculine, there's something that's got them in this energy. The Sag masculine right now, there's something right now with them where there's about their ability to communicate. This to me, I almost have a sensation that with some of the Sag masculines right now, they've overextended themselves. They've overextended themselves in the relationships that they've created. You've overextended yourself in what obligations you have to the things around you. And now I have to point out, if that's the case, Sagittarius masculines, I think what you're actually doing is you're kind of just letting yourself run wild to see what's like. This is how, instead of communicating to these obligations, instead of trying to like weed through them, you're just you're doing kind of like a little bit of self-sabotage here to see what remains. To be like, I don't need to do anything. I just need to kind of follow my base instincts. And the problem, like this is the Sag masculine energy right now. It's like the problem has resolved itself. And someone's like, no, it hasn't. And it's like, the problem has resolved itself. So there is a bit right here with the Sag masculine where for some reason or another, they're not necessarily thinking about long term. They're just trying to have a good time right now instead of a long time. Because really, they don't want to think about. You don't want to think about this for some reason. There's something that you need to do that you don't want to do. There's some option you need to do. There's something that you know that you should be doing, but instead you're like, or I could just ignore it. And that's what's happening right now with the Sag masculine. And they're really just kind of like, letting their most base Sagittarius instincts kind of guide them instead of having to face the thing that like, I don't want to talk about it. It's going to be a hard conversation. It's not going to make me feel good. So I'm going to go after the things that make me feel good instead. So that's really what we're seeing with the masculine energy. For both masculine and feminine Sagittarius energy, what we're really seeing here is there is something that, and this is why for both sides, this is what I just said. There's something in your life that is very painful. It's been very painful. You've been putting up with it for some time because you were getting insights from it. And now you finally reach that point that whatever the circumstance or situation was, the pain has usurped the knowledge. And the Sages are doing what Sages do when they kind of reach their limit. They're ready to run. The Sages are ready to go. They're like, I'm done. And so both Sag masculine and feminine right now are potentially removing themselves from people or situations or circumstances that they feel no longer are providing any sort of benefit to them. And this is going to feel, I got to be honest, because this is very Sagittarius, it's going to feel like a real rip Band-Aid moment for a lot of people around the Sag energy right now. Because when the Sag gets to this point, this is the kind of Sag at this moment who is going to potentially completely walk away from something and they're not going to look back once. And there's going to be a lot of people who are going to sit there kind of shell-shocked and be like, I don't understand what happened. And the Sagittarius is going to know, they're like, if you didn't know what just happened, You weren't paying attention because this has been happening for months. So that is, and for the Sagittarius female, it's because that they've decided and they've resolved on some connection they were in with a masculine that was playing too many games, and they're like, over, done, forever, done, goodbye. You played too many games. And for the masculines, it's finding themselves in a moment where like there's a choice that they don't want to make. And for the Sag masculine, I have to admit, this is more of like kind of a fear. Like this is something where you're like, you'd rather this is a Sag energy that would rather run than have a hard conversation. Is what I'm really seeing here for the masculines. Woof, Sag, Jizu, bottom of the deck. Why don't you just talk about it? Why can't you just do that, Sag? I'm saying it too because I'm a Sag moon. You're watching. No, what's really happening though, this Sag is saying that they're not doing anything. They're leaving. They're watching. You're watching. You are like a private detective right now. You are watching someone more closely than anyone could ever imagine watching someone. You are just, they have got your full attention, even though this person doesn't think or know. You're letting this person think that you are gone. It's not the case at all. Now they've got your attention. They're under your microscope. You're watching them. You've been watching them like this for quite some time. That's why the feminines know about this. And the masculines have been monitoring the situation, even as they've been going on this. I love that. This is it. This is what I love. This is what I love. All right, we're going to keep going right now. Whew! What is with this fire sign energy this week, guys? What is happening? Okay. All right, it's fine. All right, here we go. That was Sag. I'm scared. I literally, after seeing the fact that Leo and Sag are in their villain era, I am shaking in my boots to see what is going on with Aries. I don't know. Maybe we should skip Aries. Maybe we should just skip. Hear me out, guys. Aries, maybe we should skip you this week. Because what is that? Like, I don't know, man. Those were the calmer signs. Maybe, okay, for the sake of all of thank you so much for the gifts, Hillary. Okay, and if you're a Sag that would like to talk about the fact that there are alternatives to dealing with situations instead of going, like, running away, why don't you book a private reading with me, gracedraga.com. Also, please remember, if you book a private reading, it's a 2-step process. You have to schedule the reading, and then you have to pay for the reading. Please make sure you do both. Also, if you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off of my services. So that's a good reason to, if you're going to book a private reading, you might want to become a subscriber. And also, at the conclusion of today's readings, I will be doing a raffle to give one of my subscribers a free 15-minute reading. We're going to hurry up and go because I've got a half an hour. We've got a couple more signs left to do. All right, guys. You know the drill. And if you've missed your reading, if you're coming here, hello, we're doing all of the signs today. Please remember, if you missed it, you don't have to worry. You can go to my YouTube channel and you can watch the reading because I'm going to be posting it there because we're streaming live. All right, guys, we are now going to go on to the next sign. I'm going to read the ones that are left that we've done, and you're going to tell me which one we're doing next. All right, guys, so we are doing, we've already done Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, and I see Taurus. We're doing Taurus. We're doing our lovely, lovely boos. All right, guys. I also need I need a minute. I need a minute from that last Sag reading. We need to put some space between the two fire signs. All right, what do we have coming in for Taurus this week? Coming in fast. Oh, we've got 5 cards. Ooh. Oh boy. Wow, this is a lot for Taurus. Geez, what is going on? Some of these signs were fine. It's like, geez, these last signs, Taurus, what's going on? All right, thank you so much for the gifts, Hillary. So what we're seeing with Taurus is, Taurus, you've been going through a lot of mental conflict about something. You've been very conflicted about something. But this week, the conflict is gone. You reached some point here. Hello, River. Thank you for being a subscriber. And Annalise is giving confirmation. You've made a decision. You're at peace with something. And the thing that's really interesting about it is you've made a decision on something. You're now of a singular mind on it, and you're feeling a lot of renewed strength from whatever this decision is that you've made. You're feeling a lot of confidence. This is a strength from a lot of internal fighting, a lot of internal battling. You've made your decision. Here's the thing: when Taurus makes their decision, the decision's made. So even this conflict was something that was causing a lot of anxiety for the Taurans, like not being sure what to do, not being sure. I feel like this has a lot to do with choosing what you're going to do. For me, I'm seeing here that the Taurans have decided that they want to do something. They want to head off in a certain direction. And they're feeling now much better this week because they've come up with the plan, because something has been resolved for them. I'm trying to determine this is something internal. And a lot of it has to do with your own, and this is makes a lot of sense in terms of what would inspire the Taurus to make this choice. It has to do with your home. There's some kind of issue with your home. There's something about where you are, and you don't feel comfortable there anymore. There's something about it that's making you feel deeply uncomfortable. And so you are making a determination right now about how to adjust this, because whatever this issue was, it's put you in a place where you don't even feel comfortable. You're like, I don't like where I am right now. I don't. You've decided it's like you've almost decided the locationality is the issue. You've almost decided, it's like you've decided that whatever issues you're having are not internal, they're external. And you're like, okay, I know what to do to fix it, because it's got to be an external change. So this is a huge external change. Some Taurus here might even be moving right now. Like the decision has been made. They've made their choice. And again, this is a choice that we see has been made after quite some time. This was not something that was done quickly. Thank you so much for the gifts, Hillary. I'm seeing a lot of confirmation from the Taurus right now. This is something that this was a lot of time, a lot of meditation on this, a lot of decision making, but this is the week that you're pulling the trigger on something that you've been thinking about doing for quite some time. And you're feeling that peace from the decision. You're feeling that peace. You're like, that's it. Yeah, this is the time. Now is the time to do it. And the Taurus friend is knocking down a whole wall in his house. Yeah, this sounds like very much like this kind of energy. Again, and this makes a lot of sense. This makes sense with the fact that like the Taurus go through an internal struggle, and so they find an external resolution to fix the internal struggle. And so there's something that's feeling like, and there's something that's changing or ending around the Taurus right now. Has to do with their external locationality, or their external place. You feel a lot better from it already. And it's also the fact that whatever is around this, and this is where, like, this is weird. This is where the Taurus becomes like a mental thing that's being externalized into an external thing. The Taurus has been in a situation right now where they've been, I feel like this is a place where the Taurus have been sitting in suspension for quite some time. They've been, like I said, Taurus, you waited a long time to do this. But much like we just saw with the Sagittarius, you now realize there's nothing else to be gained from where you are. That whatever discomfort you've been feeling in the place you are, that now is the time that you can free there's nothing left. There's really, like, you're like, I've done it. Like, it's all worked out. There's nothing else I can gain from being here. And that's what's encouraged, or for having it like this. And that's what's encouraging you to finally do this and to move forward. And it feels very liberating, because there is something about this that, like, you did feel like you were kind of suspended. You were kind of held in this place. And this is the week that a lot of Taurans are kind of freeing themselves, or making this big choice. Going to involve the home, going to involve like their locationality. And I see them like really like, come again, limbo. I see the word limbo in there. Like, this is the week that the Taurus are coming out of limbo. Bottom of the deck on this. Yeah. The only issue here is, this is not necessarily, here's the thing. I think that there's a big moment happening right now with the Taurus, where they're kind of coming to terms with some aspects of themselves that they may have been externalizing things that they needed to process. And I like this energy around this bottom of the deck, because this really says that there is a moment right now where the Taurus does accept the fact that there was some disillusionment happening. There was some like fooling themselves. There was this like over concentration on the external. And I feel like that's a part of what kept the Taurus here so much, was that they let themselves get sidetracked by all of these things around them that were distracting them from really looking inside and asking themselves what they needed or what they wanted or where they wanted to go. And this is the week that the Taurus are kind of like coming to terms with that. And that's like the hairy idea. That's a hairy issue, right? Because that's the moment that the Taurus has to accept that some of the reason that you might find yourself in this frustration point right now, Taurus, is because you weren't doing the self-reflection required for some of the things you were going after. And so this is the moment. I like this energy for Taurus because it really says that there is that, understanding. You're walking through this weakness of kind of seeing that some things that have turned out the way they are, you've been working through, are the result of not being careful enough about being clear about what you want. You weren't clear about what you want to some extent. And this has kind of made you lose things to a certain level because you had so many options on the table. And this is kind of the clearing of the board moment for a lot of the Taurus energy as you do this self-reflection, which is so valuable. So this is a big week for Taurus. We've got the big readings coming up here. Big readings. All right, so that was Taurus. We're going to keep going. All right, guys, thank you so much. And if you're a Taurus who would like some information or feedback on what you're going, like big change that you're making, feel free to book a private reading with me on my site, gracedraga.com. My readings are done over Zoom with the option of a video recording sent to you afterwards. You're so welcome to all my beautiful Taurus. Apparently, I think that was it. Congratulations. I mean, it seems like a big decision that you're reaching this week. You can book a private reading on my site, gracedraga.com. Please remember, it's a two-step process. You have to book the reading and pay. Please do both. Also, if you are a subscriber to my TikTok channel, you can take 10% off all of my services. Just mention your subscriber ID when you pay. Thank you so much for the gifts, Hillary. I really appreciate you. And also to any of my subscribers, I will be doing a raffle later today. And anyone who wins the raffle will get a free 15-minute reading. So now's a great time to become a subscriber. And thank you so much to my subscribers. I really appreciate your support. And if you're just joining us, we are doing the astrology for all the signs. If I've already done your sign, you don't need to worry, because you can go to my YouTube channel and you can watch it all there, because I'm going to post it after we're done. Also, if you can follow me on YouTube, that'd be great, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers there so I can start offering some kind of special content for those who would like to have it. All right, so we're going to keep going. Guys, I'm going to name off all the signs, but you know which what we've done so far, but you guys know which one's next. You guys know which sign's next. So patient. I'm a little nervous because we've seen what's been going on with the fire signs this week. It's okay. All right, guys. So far, we've done Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, Taurus. We're doing Aries. What's up, Aries? All right, what do we have coming in for Aries this week? What's going on with Aries this week? Can I please get 3 cards for Aries? Can I please get 3 cards for Aries? Can I please get 3 cards for Aries? They don't want to come out. Can I please get 3 cards for Aries? There they are, and then they all come out. Oh, and this card's coming out. Their card's coming out. What the hell? Aries, why? This is why you wanted your reading? What is this? What is this? I can't believe this. I can't believe this is the Aries reading. Oh my God. Okay. Aries, if you're in the room, tap that screen, claim this reading. If you're an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, I am an Aries Rising, so I also should tap that screen. And if you know an Aries, now would be a good time. If you know an Aries, get them in the room right now, because I cannot believe the cards that just dropped. I cannot believe the cards that just dropped. Aries, you're making a big decision this week. There's some big decision you've made. And there's a lot of, I don't even know what to say here, Aries. What is this? What is going on? Because we've got the Empress coming up here, and then we've got the Aries card, the counterpart card, the Emperor. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. You understand? I cannot make this stuff up. What on earth is this? Okay. So Aries is coming into their power this week, apparently. And they're going towards their counterpart energy. They're finding they're going after love. I love this. Whatever's happening right now for the Aries energy, like you're in, like, dude, go buy some lottery tickets. This is great. This can also look, this can speak, this is going to hit a little different right now. Okay, this is going to hit a little different. All right, let's, like, if you're masculine bear, like energy Aries, or feminine energy Aries. Okay, so if you're a feminine energy Aries, this is really going to really talk about the fact that this is the week that you're coming back into yourself. We've seen the fact that, especially over the eclipse season, it was really hard. We saw it was really, really hard for the fire signs. I mean, it was hard for everybody, but we saw last week, I don't know if you guys remember, Sag energy last week and Aries energy last week was super difficult. They were very much going through some hard things. This is really a week. Aries is coming back into their power. Aries is coming back into feeling like, and I actually love this. Here's what, this is what's so funny. You're right, Mars is in retrograde. This might be, yeah. All the other fire signs right now are kind of having their villain era. And Aries is kind of like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. I feel much better now. So Aries are actually somehow taking this energy and they're transmuting it into a heightened sense of themselves. So the feminine inclined Aries, bearing in mind that that's not based on gender, but what you feel aligned to, is finally feeling back in their power. They're finally feeling confident. They're finally feeling like they've got, like, Stella's got her groove back. You know what I mean? Whatever's been going on with the feminine Aries, they're like, no. Something had me a little off. Something had me a little off for a while, but I found it now. I found there's a lot of finding yourself happening for the Aries this week. And they're feeling so much, it's almost like a whole new feeling, like everything is new. We love that because Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, that newness is like what the Aries love. It's like almost that's why. I will point out, this is the difference right now between I will point out the Sagittarius and the Leos, those fire signs are all having clean slate energy, right? They're all having clean slate energy and they're all dealing with it the way clean slate energies do it. The Leo's doing like cold queen as the slate gets clean. The Sag is like, I'm ready to run away. Away on my four legs with the clean slate energy. The Aries is like, this is where I exist. Perfect. Clean slate. The Aries energy is going, chef's kiss. This is where I thrive. No strings attached. I'm a boy with no strings. I can do anything I want. And the Aries are actually embracing this energy more than anyone else is, because they're like, this is what they like. They're like, okay, good. Oh, good. You're not going to like, oh, I'm like, oh, I feel lighter. I feel ready. So the feminine Aries right now are like, I'm alone again. I'm back to myself. I'm bringing in anything that I want. And the masculine Aries is like, the king's back, baby. The king's back, like back into your energy, back into your power, because Aries are good. Aries are good at operating autonomously. They're good at that loosening. It's when they start getting bogged down that they start going all haywire. So there's something about this energy right now where the Aries, both masculine and feminine, I cannot stress this, I can't believe this, are like, yeah, we're all good. And also, they're also very much like feeling counterpart energy. So there's a lot of potential here around the fact that they're feeling like this because they feel like the possibility of a counterpart is very close to them right now. I love this. I love this for Aries. I love this for this. I love this. And what is this really? And this is where it gets even more interesting, because here's the third card. The third card, and this is what's crazy. So the Aries, you probably say at this point that Aries, that you're in this place where you're like looking at your options. You're trying to decide where to go next, but they're not. This is what's really intriguing about this with the Aries energy. It's not that the Aries is looking at other prospects. The Aries are feeling this strong sense of confidence and being like, I don't need anything else right now. I don't need anything else. There's something this week where the Aries have signed. There's something about the place that this is all about placement right now and positioning. There's something about the Aries energy right now that Aries are now feeling a new confidence exactly where they are. They're and this is very different. This is so different. You guys just saw the Taurus reading. You saw how I just said the Taurus is like, I gotta leave. I gotta get out of here. This is the opposite for the Aries right now. The Aries are looking at where they are and they're like, I am now placed exactly where I was supposed to go. The Aries, the Aries is feeling like this. This is what's so crazy about this reading, because this is very much an Aries card, right? You would anticipate an emperor or an empress surveying their domain and saying, that's the land I'm going to conquer. No, this is an Aries or empress who feels like they've got everything they need right now. They're like, I now have my domain. I don't need to go looking anymore. I see exactly, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Everything I need is, yeah, beautifully said, Monty. Edge of a blade feeling. Yeah, this is it. This is exactly where I need to be right now. And this is creating not only a feeling of power right now for the Aries, both feminine and masculine, but it's also making them feel a renewed investment in finding a good counterpart as well, finding that person that is going to be a good match for them because they have decided, here, this is where I'm staking my claim. This is it. All the pieces. There's something about this Aries energy right now that's like all the pieces are exactly where I've been trying to get them to be for quite some time. I'm gonna go buy some lottery cards. Go buy some lottery cards, Aries. This is nuts. Bottom of the deck energy for Aries right now. Six of Pentacles. How do I express this? Yeah, so the only thing right now that's very interesting is Aries is also, as a result of this, this is where, like, I feel like there's a lot of people that are potentially gonna get burned by fire signs this week accidentally because of this completion cycle. Aries is doing all of this right now, but they're also going to pull back on a lot of things. They're going to pull back now that Aries has this perspective, there are things that they've been giving their time and energy to. They're done. They're done giving their time and energy to it. Things that they were kind of just allowing, they're being out of like the generosity of their person. They were trying to do things. This is this is really much a lot of this energy of like Aries recalling their energy now and having no room. Literally, this is like an issue of bandwidth right now. I feel like a lot of people are going to be disappointed for some Aries this week. They're going to have to say, like, they're either not going to hear from them again, or they're going to be like, I can't do this anymore. They're going to be pulling out of things because, again, I just told you, whatever this energy is with Aries, they found the sweet spot. Somebody said it perfectly. They said edge of a blade, and the Aries is like, I can't. I need my energy back because now I need to operate in this place that I'm in. I know what I want to do now. I need this back. And the Aries is going to be pulling their energy or their bandwidth from anything that isn't serving their purpose right now, because they know exactly what they want to do and they know where they want to be and they're going after it full tilt. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That is all of the signs, guys. We did it. I did it under, 10, 11, 2.5 hours. That seems about accurate. And it's good because I got a reading in 5 minutes. So I need to jump. But I'm gonna come back on later, ideally I'm gonna try to. My day today is packed, but I'm gonna come on later to try to do a collective reading. I want to thank all of you so much. Thank you for being patient with me. I know we were supposed to do this yesterday. I ran out of time, but just a reminder, if you enjoyed any of this and you would like more, you can book a private reading with me on my site, gracestrega.com. My readings are done over Zoom with the option of a recording sent to you. Please remember, if you book a reading, it's a 2-step process. You have to pay, and then you also have to pay to schedule. Please do both. I want to thank all of you for being amazing. And if you're a subscriber and you book a private reading, you can take 10% off my services when you pay. Mention your subscriber ID. To all of my subscribers, thank you so much. I will be doing a raffle later today, and one of you will be getting a free reading. So if you want to become a subscriber, get on now or never. And to all of my followers, to everyone who follows me here, thank you so much. I could not do this without you. You guys are amazing. Thank you to my YouTube community. Thank you to my TikTok community. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I will talk to you soon. And this, yes, if you missed it, don't worry. I'm going to be putting it up on YouTube very shortly. Thank you so much. I got to go. Take care. Bye.